Shit, if you got a minute, yeah, I'll let you. You know what I mean? So if you got a minute, I'll let you know. So this what made me learn how to read. Shit. I was going to Charles Hurley Elementary. That's goddamn Savannah, Georgia. East side Savannah, Georgia, actually. But anyway, I was in the class with a little lady. I had to be about 7. I had to be about 7. You know what I mean? But I had liked her. You know what I mean? She was smart. She was pretty. You know what I mean? So I had liked her. You know what I mean? I know she ain't know I liked her though. You know what I mean? Because I never made an approach. You know? But one day we in class, we all in class, you know, and I just want to make jokes. You know what I mean? Want to try to get her to laugh type shit. You know what I mean? She ain't never laughed either. So the teacher called me to read. And I made that. I made the attempt. And I can't say I can't do it. I'm gonna make the attempt. My grandma always say, "Man, you better try." So I made the attempt, but I feel like I made a class clown on myself at the same time I was trying to be a class clown. You know what I mean? And that ain't sat well with me. You know what I mean? It ain't sat well with me. You know? So shit. Now I couldn't talk to my dad about it because my dad was an in-home dad. You know what I mean? So he only came and got me on the weekends. You know what I mean? But moving forward, he came and got me. Matter of fact, probably that weekend and a weekend later, and I went to his house. You know what I mean? I was always intrigued with these little signs and symbols on his briefcase and shit. You know what I mean? So finally one day I broke in it, so I know I was good at breaking into shit. But I got in it. But shit, all the signs and symbols had words, and I couldn't read the words. You know what I mean? So shit. You know what I mean? My daddy caught me, and he said, "Shit, man, what's in this briefcase I don't want for you." So that stuck with me. You know what I mean? And then evidently I ain't want it for myself either because I broke into a thing with signs and symbols, not knowing if I really wanted it myself because I couldn't read it. I just was intrigued with the symbols. Trick mode. So what I'm saying is sometimes we can be fucked up with the symbols. You know what I mean? I was living in the hood, you know what I mean, thinking being a class clown was the thing to do. So I ain't thinking reading was the thing to do until those two things happen. You know what I mean? So definitely I give thanks to the universe for her for laughing and for being at my dad's house realizing I couldn't even read the signs and symbols I was so intrigued with. You dig? But that's how I learned how to read. Now I'm a fanatic with this shit. Well, you want to know something, I'm going to read that bitch. But fuck that. I'm out of here.